Hello YouTube. So we finally got these electronics put in. Um, didn't really have too many issues except for maybe one. Let me get the body off of here. And it's all kind of surrounding using the shorter battery. So of all the kind of ridiculous problems to have, you know. But when you use the shorter battery, the slots for the strap are going to go under this mount. By the way, I'm using Drag Race Concepts ESC shelf here is basically how I did it. But when you do that, the strap ends up right under that shelf and you can't really do anything. You can't tighten, you know, you can't get in there. The only thing you can do really is take an Allen screw out and swivel this out, undo the strap and take the battery out. So I found this mount here, and I'll put a link in the description as a battery hold down. That seems to work okay. The other problem was even if I have this mount, say I take this off like this, and then, you know, you still can't get the battery out because of the shelf right there. So what I ended up doing was Velcroing this in, and then you can slide it out like that. So I don't know. It was kind of it's just kind of an ordeal for a battery to put it in. But it's not going anywhere. So this mount works pretty good, but I think it was made to contact the stock receiver box, which I'm not using, so it will go all the way around here. But when it's tight, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I wish they would have made it about 1 inch longer so it contacted up in here. That would have been perfect. But like I said, I think they made it for the stock receiver box. But yeah, we got everything in. Did a crappy soldering job, but we'll say I got the SkyRC analyzer in here. Gonna go out and do some speed runs. I know speed, you know, really it's all about, you know, drag racing is all about ET. I mean, the speed isn't really, it's a factor, but it's not, you know, the main factor. But I just want to see if it's in the ballpark. I'm hoping to get it in the 60s anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I went ahead and did without the switch. You know, you just turn it on by plugging these bullets in. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, this was all plug and play. I didn't have any issues at all. I mean, it downloaded the firmware, no problem. No issues at all. Really nice system by Maclan. Okay, so yeah, we'll get this thing outside. I'm not even gonna, as far as like, I'm not gonna do like temperature and stuff like that, because this thing's made for one thing and one thing only: to go as fast as you can in 132 feet. So, you know, I hope it does get hot. I hope it does get close to the limit. You know, this thing's got a 220-degree shutdown. So, I mean, if you're not getting close, if you're not getting it hot, I don't think you're fast. That's where I'm at. This is not a basher by any means. You know, it's a matter of going 132 feet and shutting it down, letting it cool off. But anyway, okay, enough talking. Let's get out there and just shake it down. This thing's all stock, by the way. I built it to all factory specs for now. Even the shock oil's 30 weight, so I don't expect it to launch or anything very good. Like I said, I just want to shake it down and just get some speeds. All right, I'll show you a few of the basic settings. Just so you know, when you first get this thing, I'll just show you what comes up. It's this screen here after you download the app, and you're going to want to go to firmware update here, update the firmware, and after you do that, you're going to have to recalibrate, which is no big deal. It's the deal. It's where you turn your radio on, keep it in full reverse, turn the ESC on, wait till it beeps. Then put it full throttle, wait till it beeps, neutral, wait till it beeps. It's the basic thing, not an issue. And then you go to ESC setup, and you're going to want to go to the run mode would be practice, and the setup profile custom, because if you don't do that, you're locked into all of the race settings. Basically, it locks you out of reverse. You can't mess with the turbo. You can't get into the full menu that way. So keep it at practice. That's just your BEC voltage. I got it at 6 volts because that servo, I don't know if it could take the 7.2. Forward power 100%, obviously. I got reverse set at 50%. Sensor mode, you go full censored. You can switch that to smart sense if you want. and that's if you're not going to run the sensor wire. But then it says you're not going to get full performance. It doesn't really define what that means, but I just have it on full sensor because I have the wire hooked up, so I'm not worried about it. Then rotation's normal. Quick boot, you can turn that on, but it will bypass some of the safety features, like, you know, your heating, you know, overheat protection and that type of thing. So I just kind of left that alone. Throttle settings, I didn't really mess with this too much. I'm kind of leaving it. We're trying to get like a baseline, so I'm leaving all that alone. Protection settings, motor temp 220, that's kind of high. ESC temp 220, again, that's high, but that's okay. I don't want it shutting down. You got battery cutoff at 6.4 volts, so that would be 3.2 volts per cell. So, you know, that's okay. So it's just some of the basic things that you see, you know, when you come through here. Advanced timing setup. Excel boost, I got it 0 degrees right now. Boost start RPM 1000, and RPM, I didn't mess with any of that. Top speed turbo, I put 12 degrees for now. Didn't mess with the slew rates. Turbo delay, I went to 0.45 seconds. Probably want to bump that up a little bit, because you don't want that really. You want the delay as long as possible so that you can launch the thing. You know what I mean? Without that coming on. So I'll move that over to max. And then brake settings, drag brake, I put the drag brake at 20%. Just because I thought, you know, at the end, when you let off, it would kind of slow it down. But it's too much. It starts to skid when I was doing some, you know, just initial testing. Brake straight 100%. I'm going to drop the drag brake to 10%. Anyway, like I said, just a couple of things, just so you can see what you're looking at when you first get going. This is by no means any kind of like, you know, comprehensive program overview. I'm just kind of going through some of the basics I went through just to get it running, basically. All right, guys. Okay, so I dropped the wheelie bar down a notch and keep the front end on the ground. I think that'd probably be a little better. Let me start this app back up again. Yeah, let's see what we can do there. That was crazy. Wasn't expecting that. Oh. Let me back it up. God, I can't control this thing. A lot better with the drag brake at 10%. I don't know, 20% was just too high. I was trying to do something like, you know, you pull the chute kind of thing. Let's see. See if we can get a speed on this thing. Woo! Alright. Let it cool off for a minute. It's not shutting down or anything, so that's good. Alright, let's see. Let's read this. Oh, it didn't shoot. It didn't register it for some reason. All right, well, let's try it again. Let's see if it read it that time. $59 miles an hour. That's not too bad. I mean, I can't be too unhappy about that. Let's see, for a first shake out here. Let's start it again. Let's see if I can. I don't know how many more pulls are left on that battery. Let's try it again real quick. If I can get it going straight, man. Oh! Crash. Where is it? Oh, it's stuck under the car. All right. Some of that water off. Look at it launch, man. That's funny. Let's do a couple of launches, just bone stock. Well, you know, he loves aluminum mods, but that don't matter. Yeah, it's gonna need some work, definitely. Let me see if I can. Nah, we gotta do some setup on this. All right, let's see what this thing did here. Let's see, stop. Nothing? I don't know, this thing's kind of sketchy. That just kicked me out. Yeah, I guess that's going to be it for today. It's definitely going to need some more testing. So 59 miles an hour with that setup for right now. All right, guys.